Welcome to our channel, where we explore some of the most bizarre and unexplained events in history. Today, we're going to take a look at one of the most terrifying encounters with extraterrestrial life, the Falcon Lake UFO incident. Falcon Lake is a small lake located in the Whiteshell Provincial Park in Manitoba, Canada. It has been a popular spot for fishing and recreation since the 1920s. However, on May 20, 1967, it became the site of one of the most compelling UFO encounters in history. On the day of the incident, Stefan Michalak, a 51-year-old industrial mechanic, set out to explore the area around Falcon Lake in search of quartz and other minerals. He was an experienced prospector who had spent many years working in the mining industry, and he had a keen eye for identifying valuable minerals. As he was walking along the shore of the lake, he noticed two unusual objects hovering in the sky. They were oval-shaped and glowing with a bright red light. At first, Michalak thought they might be military aircraft, but he soon realized that they were unlike anything he had ever seen before. As Michalak watched in amazement, the two objects suddenly merged into one and began to descend towards the ground. The object landed on a large rock about 150 feet away from Michalak. He could feel the heat emanating from the object, and he could hear a hissing sound coming from it. As Michalak approached the object, he noticed that it was a saucer-shaped craft, about 30 feet in diameter, with a dome on top. It was made of a shiny, metallic material, and it had a row of rectangular-shaped windows along the side. Michalak was both fascinated and scared as he saw the craft up close. He took out his camera and began to take pictures of the craft. However, as he got closer, he felt a blast of hot air coming from the craft, which knocked him to the ground. The hatch of the craft opened, and Michalak saw what he later described as humanoid creatures. According to Michalak's account, there were 3 or 4 creatures inside the craft. They were about 5 feet tall, with gray skin, large eyes, and small heads. They wore tight-fitting, metallic suits and had a belt with a blinking red light. Michalak tried to communicate with the beings, but they didn't respond. Instead, one of the creatures reached out and touched Michalak's chest with a metallic glove. Michalak felt a sharp pain, and he could see that his shirt and undershirt were burning. He tried to push the creature away, but it was too strong. Michalak managed to break free and stumbled back towards the shore. As he made his way back to his motel room, Michalak began to feel sick. He experienced symptoms such as vomiting, diarrhea, and dizziness. When he arrived at the motel, he was covered in burns and blisters. He was taken to the hospital, where doctors found a grid-like pattern of burn marks on his chest, which seemed to match the pattern of the UFO's exhaust vent. Michalak's injuries were severe, and he spent several weeks in the hospital recovering. He suffered from a loss of appetite, weight loss, and ongoing symptoms of radiation sickness. The Falcon Lake UFO incident was investigated by several organizations, including the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, RCMP, and the Canadian Forces. The RCMP conducted an extensive investigation of the incident, and they interviewed several witnesses who saw the UFO in the area around the same time. The Canadian Forces also conducted an investigation and sent a team of experts to collect soil and plant samples from the area around the landing site. The samples were analyzed and found to contain high levels of radiation, which supported Michalak's claim of exposure to a radioactive source. The investigation also included interviews with Michalak and a thorough examination of his physical and mental state. The RCMP concluded that Michalak was a reliable witness and that there was no evidence to suggest that he had fabricated the story. However, the Canadian government never officially acknowledged the incident as a UFO encounter, and the case remains officially unsolved. The Falcon Lake UFO incident remains one of the most well-documented and fascinating cases of alien encounters. It has inspired countless books, documentaries, and even a movie adaptation. The incident is notable for the physical evidence left behind by the craft, including the burn marks on Michalak's chest and the high levels of radiation detected in the soil and plants around the landing site. It is also unique in that Michalak suffered significant physical harm from his encounter with the UFO, which is rare in UFO encounters. The incident has also raised many questions about the existence of extraterrestrial life and the possibility of alien visitation to Earth. The Falcon Lake UFO incident remains a topic of discussion among UFO enthusiasts and skeptics alike. While the incident remains officially unsolved, it continues to fascinate and inspire people around the world. The Falcon Lake UFO incident serves as a reminder that the universe is vast, and there may be much more out there than we can ever fully understand. If you enjoyed the video and would like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to our channel. Your support is greatly appreciated, and it helps us to grow our community and create more quality content. So, if you have any suggestions or feedback, please feel free to leave a comment below. Once again, thank you for your support, and we look forward to sharing more exciting and informative videos with you in the future.